and naive. That the very idea of working on behalf of the common good is a sucker's bet. And that in order for us to win, somebody else has got to lose. I get it. I am not immune to anger or doubt. But I do know this. When we lose faith in each other, when we stop believing that voting matters, that citizenship matters, that our collective voices matter, that how we treat each other no longer matters, then we give away our power to decide our own futures. We open the door to the most ruthless, or the most careless, or the most fearful among us, who see some groups and some people as more equal than others, and see government as nothing more than a way to divvy up the spoils and punish enemies and keep those who are different in their place. I do not believe that is the story of America that prevails in the end. I don't believe it because for us to give up, for us to give in now, after all this country's been through, to cynicism and division would be a betrayal of our founding ideas, a betrayal of our faith. And I remain convinced that the overwhelming majority of Americans feel the same way. That as unsettled as we are, people aren't looking for perpetual anger and division. They are looking for fairness and common sense and mutual respect. That deep in our gut, we want to find a way to turn towards each other again, not further away. I believe this because I've seen it all across our country. In cities that have worked together to reclaim their streets from crime, in rural communities that have rebuilt their economy, in businesses that are finding new ways to make housing affordable, in those ordinary people in the Twin Cities who brave frigid temperatures, risk their own safety, standing shoulder to shoulder to look out for their neighbors and sometimes look out for strangers because they knew that was the right thing to do. I've seen it. And I've seen it in a new generation of leaders here and around the world, like Puniha and Addison. Leaders who are determined to make our governments and our economies and our societies work for everyone. Obama Foundation leaders like Hannah, a Food Corps member from rural Ohio who's helping ensure every child has access to at least one nourishing meal. Or George, an entrepreneur whose nonprofit helps get unused, unexpired medicine, often at no cost, to people who need it. Or Zuzana, a human rights lawyer in Poland, who's won more than 30 landmark cases. There are thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of these young people out there making a difference right now. And this center is devoted to lifting up their stories, giving them the tools and support they need to expand their impact. For while our work is nonpartisan, we are not values neutral. We have a point of view. The exhibits in the center are not meant to evoke nostalgia for some gauzy bygone era, some unattainable past that we can dream about and say, oh, we miss you, Barack. They're meant to remind us of who we can be, to remind us of what's possible, so we can forge ahead, clear-eyed and confident, and do the work that still needs to be done. We can learn from the past, but America's story isn't frozen in the past. It has chapters yet to be written, not by one person or a few people, not by Barack and Michelle, or anybody with a fancy title or a high office, but by all of us. You know, one of the things a lot of presidential libraries now have in common is a replica of the Oval Office. And if you take a peek at the one inside this building, you will see some objects that carried some special meaning for me during the time that I was in office. There's a program that a friend from the South Side gave me that he had retrieved from the 1963 March on Washington. He was there. There's a Norman Rockwell painting of the Statue of Liberty with workers hanging on ropes, burnishing the torch that she holds aloft. And on the rug, you'll read words from some of America's greatest leaders, including a quote that inspired that arch that you see right there at the south end of the plaza by Martin Puryear. The arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends towards justice. And it's a quote that was often invoked by Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., but it originally comes from a Boston minister's sermon more than 170 years ago. And at the time, the abolitionist cause seemed lost. The Compromise of 1850 had made harboring fugitive slaves a crime under federal law, even in those states that had abolished slavery. And in a case that garnered national attention, a young fugitive in Boston had been seized and tried and marched to the wharf by hundreds of armed officers, where he was summarily put on a ship bound for the South, where he would remain in shackles and chains. And it was a moment of profound uncertainty and despair. A moment the minister called darker than any New England had witnessed. We do not see, Reverend Theodore Parker observed, that justice is always done on earth. Many a knave is rich, sleek, and honored, while the just man is poor, hated, and in torment. I do not pretend, the preacher said, to understand the moral universe. The arc is a long one. My eye reaches but little ways. I cannot calculate the curve and complete the figure by the experience of sight. I can divine it by conscience. But from what I see, I am sure it bends towards justice. The good Reverend was under no illusions about the perils and obstacles facing the abolitionist cause. His words offered no easy answers, no comforting assurances that he or his congregation would live to see the progress they so desperately sought. Rather, his was a declaration of faith, a defiant call, not to abandon hope or give way to fear, but to stay true to our better selves and true to one another, and to keep fighting to fulfill the promise of this nation, even in the face of cruelty and bitter disappointment, even in the face of impossible odds. It is that spirit that we open the center today. The same spirit that so many of you showed all those years ago. The same spirit that inspired generations of Americans to meet the challenges of their time. The same spirit that is alive and well here on the south side of Chicago. The same spirit that will see America and the world through its present trials. There is a new generation out there, ready to write the next chapter of our story. We intend to help them do it, and we ask that you join us. Thank you. God bless you. God bless the United States of America.
Yeah, he's not done.
Hi, I'm Bruce, and and I'm so glad to be here this afternoon for President Obama and Michelle, Malia and Sasha. You know how I love you all. Oh, what a glorious task we are given to continually strive to improve this great nation of ours. That was from President Obama's speech at Selma. President Obama and Michelle, you have exemplified that ideal with lives that have served us all with heart and commitment, love, and compassion. This is land of hope and dreams. This is for you. Grab your ticket and your suitcase. Thunder's rolling down this track. You don't know where you're going now, but you know you won't be back. Well, darling, if you're weary, lay your head upon my chest. We'll take what we can carry, yeah, and we'll leave the rest. Well, big wheels roll through fields where sunlight streams. Oh, meet me in a land of hope and dreams. Yeah, well, I will provide for you when I'll stand by your side. You'll need a good companion now, all for this part of the ride. Yeah, leave behind your sorrows. Let this day be the last. 'Cause tomorrow there'll be sunshine, and all this darkness past. Big wheels roll through fields where sunlight streams. Oh, meet me in a land of hope and dreams. Well, this train carries saints and sinners. This train carries losers and winners. This train carries whores and gamblers. train carries lost souls. I said this train, dreams will not be thwarted on this train. Faith will be rewarded on this train. Hear the steel wheels singing on this train. Bells of freedom ringing. Well, the big wheels roll through fields where sunlight streams. Oh, meet me in a land of hope and dreams. Oh, meet me in a land of hope and dreams. Oh, meet me in a land of hope and dreams. Thanks. I love you. Thanks, Brother Bill. Thank you. Thank you. I am honored to bring out one of my great heroes, the great, great Stevie Wonder.
It is truly that I give all praise to God for this moment. For me, it's the perfect circle. And I will, before I leave the stage, explain to you why I say that. But right now, we're going to do some music. Are you ready? Let's get it. I want to share with you all something that you need to know. In 2004, I had the pleasure of having my friend Steve McKeever come to Wonderland Studios. And he said to me, there's someone named Barack Obama who wants to ask you to run. No, I'm sorry. He asked me to have you possibly come and do a performance as he's running for senator. So I said, so bring him down. Let's do it. So he came down. It was him and Barack. I remember we sat in front of the studio at Wonderland. He was talking, and we had some words to say. I think he was saying, let me try to get Michelle on the phone. It never happened. I don't know. But we were talking, and we kept talking, and he said, yeah, I would love for you to come. I said, it would be my joy to come to support you. I said, but you know what? From talking to you in my spirit, because here I'm telling you something that's not political, but it's spiritual. I said, in my spirit, I know that you're running to be a senator, but I'm seeing you as being a president. I said, let's pray on it. And so we prayed on it. And now we see what faith without fear, and faith living in truth, and understanding that the spirit is that we have to follow that spirit of positivity. Because I believed it, I knew it, I imagined it then. Now we are celebrating it. President Barack Obama. So I want you to remember, all of you, never let fear put your dreams to sleep. Never. I have Jennifer Hudson, Christina Aguilera, John Legend, Eddie Vedder, Bruce Springsteen, and Common. You're coming out with me? We're going to do this thing. Are y'all ready?
Yes, sir.
I don't care where you are in the world. Roots is going to be a part of this too. I don't care where you are in a part of this is a celebration. Because I knew, and we knew in the spirit, that positivity was going to win. Are y'all ready?
Yeah.
Are y'all ready? One, two.
Break it down, y'all. We can take it under. I'm on stage with my man Stevie Wonder. This is how it is, Southside 87. On stage with Jennifer Hudson and John Legend. This is how it be in the center. Obama Center. It's colder than winter. So beautiful. So beautiful. What I can do, check it out. It's usual. Usual like common for me and you. This is the type of thing that we can do. Like you too. Just like Bono. We came to rock and hit live in Chicago. Yo, it's like this. We got the dream. On stage with Bruce Springsteen. Yeah. How can it be? Things can get better. Thank God I'm here with Eddie Vedder. We get it all together, we can storm. Constant show, you know the whole form. When it goes on, it keeps going on and on. Yo, I can keep lighting. You can say respect to Joe Biden, President Biden, and Coach Bush. This is how I do, yo, Operation Push. As I push on down, I'ma keep jamming. Respect to who? Fred Hampton, and of course, all my people here in Washington. You know how we do, we all equal, saying the thing. This is like this Dr. King. We did it like this. Compton, we don't need no drama. Respect to Obama and Michelle. This is how we dwell. You can tell, check it out, never fail. This is like this when I come down, y'all. I can say, yo, we can stand tall. Yo, this is like this shot town. We gon' take you, Stevie, to higher ground.
Stevie Wonder! Stevie!
Great, man. Thank you. That was fucking believable. That was fucking
Thank you for joining us today. Follow us, stay connected, and get your tickets to the Obama Presidential Center.
My granddaughter.